from the Chao Race Stadium. This is the official season return of America's favorite boat roll series, Chao Racing. Everyone is on the clock and ready to go. Let's have a Chao Race. Back on the action at last. Bryson Doors and Owen House pits against Harry Horse and Tate Miller on the pedal course as they test their strength for what they learned during their summer training camp. And it looks like Nolan Hunt's going to lift Bryson Doors for the victory. That makes 3-0 for Bryson and Nolan as we return to all the Chao Racing action. And now, here is the host of Chao Racing himself, Brandon Jennings. It feels great to be back. Thank you so much, Paul. And hello, dear fans at home. Hope you all had enjoyed a wonderful summer break, because now it's time for our Chao Racing superstars and divas to begin the fall half of the 2021-22 season. What action do we promise in store for you? You'll be surprised to find out. So come on in and feel free to cheer on all your favorite superstars and divas as they continue their quest to become the next great champion. Congratulations to Bryson Doors and Owen Helms. This is the tag team version this week for the men's division. And we congratulate Bryson and Owen on becoming the first team to go 3-0 this week after a fine opening race performance. We're going to have race number 2 coming up shortly, but first let's hear a word from this. Chao Racing 2021 is sponsored by McDonald's, where you'll be loving it with all the great savings and point earnings with the McDonald's app. Welcome back to Chao Racing. Brandon Jennings and Paul Sycamore ready to call all the action for Week 9's tag team playover in the men's division. And who do we have again for race number 2, Paul? Race number 2 is on last season's runner-ups, Kenny Days and Bobby Kay, as they take on Larry Monroe and Yamario Sills. These two teams better get a move on in order to qualify for the playoffs. Who is going to get the job done this week? We're about to find out right now. Good luck to these two teams, and please start the race. And Kenny Days scored best. That means Larry and Yamario will have a 2-on-1 advantage over the Bobby man himself, but Bobby's not giving up the redemption run just yet for Kenny. Bobby off to an excellent start ahead of Larry and Yamario, who's making the way towards bridges. And who will get the first speedruns on our season return on Chao Racing 2021? Lucky number 7. Natsu. Number 7 got the first speedruns on this race. And guess who is heading for the Wanda and come on? Yamario Sills trying to make a statement here. Looks like number 8 also went to the Wanda, but he scored the rest. And so is Yamario himself. And it looks like speedruns number 2 is going to be in number 2's favor. And that Bobby Maynard himself is making his way towards finish line. Bobby Kay lifts Kenny Days for the victory. One step closer towards another chance at winning a tag team championship this season, as Larry Monroe will get next speedruns, and that will do it for this race. Kenny Days and Bobby Kay win this one. Yep, will it be enough effort to return to the playoffs this season? Find out the answer next time. Lots more fun after this announcement. Stay tuned. Now it's time to present race number 3 of our tag team portion of the show. And race number 3 will feature Donald Reddings and Jack Parson against Bray Thatcher and Sid Vision. So since this is race number 3, it'll be held on the Sapphire course of this lovely Bojo Chao Race Stadium. Chao Racing Universe fans in attendance tonight. Let's see who's going to win this one. Everyone's on the clock, and let's rock this place. And Jack Parson is quarterback. So let's watch Donald, Bray, and Sid. These 3 Chao have control of the opening edge up in the front, and it looks like Bray is quarterback. So it's Donald Reddings versus Sid Vision up in the front. Let's see who will gain the upper hand early on in the show, as the first superstar against Beepus is Jack Parson, who is making a rally after forcing to go to rest at the start of the race, and down goes a couple of Silver Chao as number 2 will take speed bus number 2 of this race. And look at this. Look at all the power he had for Jack Parson. Now he zooms his way to first place ahead of his partner, Donald Reynolds, as the next BS we made by number 1. That was enough to take the lead over the 4-0 Chao. And right now, Jack Parson has control of the lead with Donald Reynolds right on his tail in second place. As the number 7 takes the next BS, Jack Parson is going to lead Donald Reynolds towards the number 5 victory here. Donald Reynolds and Jack Parson are our winners. They clinched the first win of the 2021 tag team season tonight. And who will get the next BS? It is Brave Thatcher. That was pity right there. And pool number 2 is singing the last place blues. And Donald and Jack can celebrate. Yep, they're on the board for the first time this season. Watch more fun out of this announcement. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back from our commercial break. Who do we have next, Paul? Next up, we have Albert J. Upton, and OG Upton for short, and Ryan Kressler, taking on offending world champion Thomas Wingrider and Alex Markinson. So this is the first about 2 races on the Ruby course for our tag team play, for the men's division portion that is. Everyone is on the clock, and best of luck to these next 2 teams. Please start the race! And away we go with these 8 superstars making their way swimming across the pool on the Ruby course. And Thomas Wingrider has command of the lead with OG Upton right on his tail in second place. But I think Thomas Wingrider is going to hold on for the victory. Yep, he's going to do it right over there. Thomas Wingrider lifts Alex Markinson for the victory. Yep, they put it 2-1, and Thomas Wingrider now sits at 500. Back on the right track towards defending his title as world champion. We'll be back for more after this. So, Paul, I believe it's time to test our strength once again. That's right, because for race number 5, it's the second of our Pearl matchups, as Kevin Forrester and Daniel Heaton square off with Corey Sanchester and Michael Creighton. There's a look in the lineup. Who is going to be the stronger team and more better team, that is? We're about to find out right now. Let's have a Chao race! And there they go. They're pushing the balls on the rainbow path, and the first team to make it to the finish line, regardless of the standing, will earn a W on the scorecard for the season. And it looks like they're making way towards the finish line right now. It looks like by dominating effort, Corey Sanchester and Michael Creighton are our winners, coming in first and second place. As we have time for 1 speed bus on this base, and it's going to be made by Daniel Heaton. Congratulations, Corey and Michael. Yeah, they get it done this week. We'll soon know what happens next time. Coming up, we got more exciting action for you, but first have a look at this. And now it's time for race number 6, Paul. And we have a very interesting race for you this contest, as Rampant Ron Chante and Wesley Homers take on Tyler Foles and Vingo Steven. Wesley and Vingo have been winless for the entire first half of the season so far. So, the winning team of this race will put either Wesley or Vingo up on the board for the first time this season. Which of these newcomers is going to be a winner for once? We're about to find out the golden answer right now. Good luck to these 2 teams, and let's rock this place! And Vingo Steven is quarterback. He'll be left behind in the competition for a while. And Tyler Foles pauses for more, and Wesley Homers is quarterback. So Van Chante will have full control of the lead, but not for long, because Tyler Foles is making a statement in the early run. He is making a comeback here, and it looks like Van Chante is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar against beat best is Tyler Foles, the AC gambler from Atlantic City. And right now, the Chao, I'm swimming away towards the other side of the pool area. And Raven Warren Chante is scored by the 1-1 to the Chao. As number 1 will take speed as number 2. He can leave the other Chao in the dust. Poor number 2, meanwhile, really needs a speed bus. But it's our leader, Tyler Foltz, who will get his second speed bus of the race. And Tyler Foltz is going to make Vingle Steven his first win of the season. Tyler Foltz and Vingle Steven are our winners for this race. Yep, congratulations are in order for Tyler Foltz and Vingle Steven. Vingle gets his first win of his career, and we'll have more exciting action for the second half of our tag team play after we find out a word from this. Alright, we're now getting ready for the second half of Week 9 tag team action. Tell us why. Okay, next up for race number 7, we have Will Linkson and Chip Survey versus Ricardo Cayman from Mexico and the computer wizard Peter Foles. So right now we have the two superstars who are tied for the best win-loss record at 8-1. It was a rather shame for these two superstars, Will and Ricardo, that the undefeated run came to an end in our fall preview show. But one of them will definitely be back on the right track towards fulfilling our Cinderella season. Let's find out who's going to make it 9-1. Everyone's on the clock, and please start the race! And Ricardo Cayman is going to wrestle along with number 2. That means Will Linkson and Chip Subay will have a 2-1 advantage opening edge. Will it pay off? We'll find out soon enough. They might be, because Chip Subay is off to an excellent start ahead of Will Linkson and Peter Foles at the count point. Oh, and down goes Will Linkson for the count. And want to see what Chao Boss. One at down goes Ricardo Cayman as first superstar against speed bus is number 2, who is battling with number 7 for the lead over the 4 Silver Chao back as they climb up the stone wall. Poor number 8 is singing the last place blues as the superstar against speed bus number 2. It's going to be number 10, Will Linkson. But that was about a pity that time. Oh well. Chip Subay went a little too far that time, but I do believe he's going to hold on for the lead ahead of Peter Foles. Yep. And number 2 will get his second speed bus. He can say sorry now to the young Stuart Chow in the dust. And Chip Subay is going to make his way towards the finish line. Chip Subay leads Will Linkson for the victory. So Will Linkson now has the sole possession of the best win-loss record at 9-1 today. And he is smiling with a speed bus. Congratulations, Will Linkson and Chip Subay. That's right, Will Linkson continues on towards the playoff run, and it's more exciting coming up. What a deal! Okay, Paul, who do we have for race number 8? It's Joshua Samoa and Penn Jeffrey for race number 8. That's who, as they prepare to face Steven Robinson and Bruno Alonso on this Ruby Course contest. And here's a look at how the lineup forms for this next portion of our tag team men's division play. Everyone is on the clock, so without further ado, let's mark this place. Here they come. They're entering the pool area right now. And Bruno Alonso and Joshua Samoa are going to be battling neck to neck as they swim their way across the Ruby Course pool area. Bruno Alonso seems like he has the upper hand ahead of Joshua Samoa. Will he hold on for the lead? Yes, he will be. Bruno wins it as number 1 will get speed bus. Steve Robinson and Bruno Alonso win the race. They're doing pretty well, alright. Back in a bit. Do not go away. And still to come on Week 9 show, we'll all find out if Alvin Sr. and Zach Orson, the defending tag team champions for this season, will get the third and final tag team of the week honors. This is very important because if they win this week's main event, we'll have 2 new competitors, tag team competitors, in our next main event, which will occur in week 12. So the answer is coming up later on in the show. But right now, let's hear about race number 9. And for race number 9, we have Dave Miller and Sam Hewitt versus Shane Flanagan and Joe Rafferty. So, one more time, on the pole course we go. Good luck to these 2 teams. Let's hope for the very best for the rest of the 2021 season. Everyone's on the clock, and let's have a Chao Race! and Shane Framingham is quarterback. That'll give Dave Miller and Sam Hewitts the 2-1 advantage over Joe Rafferty, and I do believe their strategy is going to work out perfectly. Here comes Dave Miller. He is making his way towards finish line, and he and Sam Hewitts are our winners over Joe Rafferty, as the one speed bus at the space with made by number 7. So Dave Miller himself improves to 8-2. Right, and the tag team improves to 3-0, and there's more excitement coming up. And now, let's do race number 10. This next race is going to feature Buster DeJambo and Zachary Carmelo squaring off against Alvin Jr. and Chris Menagos. So this next race is going to be held on the amethyst course. There's the lineup. Hopefully the flying strategy will pay off in this race, but let's see what happens here. Best of luck to these next two tag teams, and let's rock this place! And there goes the next two teams busting down the line through the rainbow path and into the main track on the amethyst course. Right now it is Buster Jaro who has command on the lead, followed by Chris Menagos in second place. And it looks like, Buster Jaro and Alvin Jr. have both reached the top of the hill. But who's going to get to the finish line first? It looks like Buster's going to get there first, as Chris Menagos takes the first speed bus. Buster Jaro and Zachary Carmelo are our winners over Alvin Jr., who will come in second place behind Buster Jaro, as the superstar to get speed bus number 2 is number 1. And right now, number 2 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. He can just piss out and taunt to the ground. Zachary Carmelo is celebrating with Buster Jaro as he gets the last speed bus. They now improved to 2-1, trying to come back next season. We'll soon know what happens later on. Back in a bit, do not go away. We're almost at week 9's main event, but first, race number 11 is between Eric Crosby at the Red Hill and Logan P. Sweeney and Jeff Yoden. So this is the last race on the Sapphire course for the men's division portion, that is. Who is gonna prevail in this one? We're about to find out right now. Please start the race. Okay, the next two teams are off and running, with Jeff Yoden currently battling with number 8 and number 2 in a freeway battle for the lead up in the front. They are making their way through the checker path, and number 8 is quarterback. So that means they have to drop down a couple places due to that nap. Jeff Yoden is the first to approach the wall, and down he goes for the count, as the first superstar gets beat bus is number 1, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. That should move up a couple of places ahead of Logan P. Sweeney and number 7. Logan P. Sweeney and number 7 are fighting for dear life as they climb up the wall. And who is going to get speed bus number 2? It is the Shadow Outlaw, Eric Crosby. One of the fastest swimmers, but he is winless so far at 0-9. But I do believe this week will be a different story. I do believe Eric Crosby is going to get his first win of his 2021 season today. There he goes. As Logan P. Sweeney gets next command. Yes, Eric Crosby quickly makes his way to his finish line, and he and the Mac Hill are our winners. Eric Crosby gets the first win of his career for the season, and we have just enough time for one more speed bus on this base, and it'll be made by number 2, as number 7 can just forget about the space in the back. So, Eric Crosby and the Red Hill win this one. Who is going to be our main event tag team of the week? Find out after the break. Now let's find out if the returning champions or defending tag team champions will complete the tag team on the week trilogy. That's right, as the License to Drive, Alvin Sr. and Zach Olsen take on Austin Jenkins and Rusty Instant Week Pay Jackington. This week's main event is presented by Walmart, now featuring the all-new Walmart Plus app with more saving offers and deals, whether in store or on your phone. Save money, live better, Walmart. And here's a look at how the lineup forms for Week 9's main event. Let's find out what happens here. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao Race! So, Alvin Sr. and Zach Austin take on Austin Jenkins and Mussie Jackington as the challengers. Remember, if Alvin Sr. and Zach win this one, we'll have 2 new tag team competitors in our next main event, which will occur in Week 12. But I think Austin Jenkins, with his incredible running game in his favor, might help them make the new tag team of the week honors. There we go. He's making his way towards the bridges. And it looks like number 8 will start the speeders for this race. Alvin Sr. is also heading for the water. And right now, Zach Austin and number 2 are battling for dear life as number 8, who's really dominating over the force of a Chao, opens this one up with back-to-back speeders. And right now, Austin Jenkins has a commanding lead as the next speeder will be made by Zach Austin. He's trying to help out Alvin Sr. get his third and final tag team of the week trilogy. But it might be a miracle to get that third tag team of the week honors. Well, Alvin Sr. will have the next command speeders. But right now, Austin Jenkins has a commanding lead. He is all alone in the lead up in the front, with neither of his opponents to worry about for the current moment. Next speeders belongs to Zach Austin. That makes his second speeders in the race. Poor number 2 and poor number 1, meanwhile, are getting left behind from Zach Austin. Which one is going to get some help? It's number 2, that's who. So he will rejoin Zach Austin for 6th place. Meanwhile, Alvin Sr. is battling with Mussie Jackington for 2nd place. And here comes Alvin Sr. with the next speeders. That makes his second speeders of the race. But the new tag team of the week is going to go to Austin Jenkins and Mussie Jackington. As number 8 takes number 7, Austin Jenkins leads Mussie Jackington towards the new tag team of the week honors. Oh well, 2 weeks in a row will be easier to settle for Alvin Sr. and Zach Austin. It was a fun time being our returning main event champions. And number 7, well, the next command speeders. Congratulations, Austin and Rusty, you done pretty well. Number 2 is singing the last place blues all the way in the Magnus pack. As the last speeders on this race were made by Zach Austin, making his first speeders of the race. Well, how about that? Yeah, Austin and Rusty get the victory, and we'll have the information after these messages.